Gotta move.
There we go.
Come on over. There we go.
Hey.
Well, welcome everybody to another great episode of the Urban Paranormal Channel, where you might be
Urban
crazy to some.
Paranormal Channel.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. Podcast.
What you got going on over there, bro?
Our conversation earlier.
Let's rewind that one.
Welcome to another great episode.
Episode.
Right. Welcome to another great episode of the Urban Paranormal Podcast, where you might be crazy to some,
But
your
family to us.
Hey.
welcome. I am your host, JH.
And I'm your moderator, Trent A. Johnson.
And this is your anchorman reporting for duty, Dave R.
And this is Amazon Germencia in the building. How you guys doing tonight?
What up, what up?
I am the voice of Erica.
You got David
Hey,
Carr
hello,
sitting over here in the
Mr.
corner.
There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you
How
go.
y'all doing?
So we got a full house.
Oh, yeah, we got the weatherman over here on
Yeah.
the boards.
Definitely got to say what up to the weatherman and to our IT guy, OZ.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
excited about tonight's show.
Me too.
Yeah.
So for you guys at home, our show is about new coming and upcoming urban legends.
Urban legends. Yeah.
You know, this is kind of weird because there's so many new things being created right now. You know, I'm showing my age, you know.
Yeah.
I know about like Candyman and Bloody Mary,
The Boogeyman.
the Boogeyman,
Yeah.
you know. And I know they all
El
started from,
Cucuy.
right. A lot of them all started from real things.
Yeah.
But in today's world, people are creating this stuff because of the internet.
Yeah.
They're creating these stories, these ideas.
Reddit.
Yeah.
Creepypasta.
So what happens in 20 years?
20, 30 years.
Are they
It's going
gonna
to be the Corona Man.
Right? Will it,
Right,
will it be
right.
the-
Will it
will
be
they
the-
have the same power as
Mhm.
Bloody Mary? and
Right.
I think
The Boogeyman things that
They're going to add on
our
to
parents
it, of course.
scared us to have us
Would that
go
be?
to bed early.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of the shit they've created would scare the shit out of me.
I know, right?
You know, like one, I mean, just one I could just throw out the top of my head for me, the one that scares the shit out of me when I look at it. Well, no, it's not old. It's what could become. It's a new one.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Siren Head.
Oh, yeah, that shit was spooky as hell.
Siren Head.
You never
Oh
heard
my
of Siren
God.
I
Head?
have
Siren
not.
Head.
It's a terrifying
It-
looking creature.
It is.
Siren Head. Let me Google.
Yeah, it's like 100 or something feet tall.
I actually have the description right
Oh,
here.
oh, do it, please,
Wow.
please.
It is a 40-foot tall creature,
Okay.
slender in build, and it has two sirens for a head, and it's covered in rotting flesh.
Oh.
Well, who the fuck made that up?
Some guy.
Somebody did. I mean,
Because they all are made up.
yes, they're made up. But
Yeah.
see, that's my point. Even though we know that they're made up,
Yeah,
and this is an internet thing,
yeah,
in 20, 30 years from now,
What's it going to be?
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I
It's gonna
mean? Yeah. You know, so we're seeing the beginning of new urban legends.
Yeah, because you know there's this thing called the Tulpa effect.
Okay, what's that?
It's a Buddhist ideology where if enough people believe something, it can manifest itself in our world.
Wow.
And that's called the Tulpa effect. And that's a Buddhist ideology.
Well, that's how manifestations
I was
happen
just
anyway.
going to say that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
believe in it, you put your intentions, you set your intentions to it, and you believe it, and you focus your mind on it, and you imagine, then voila, it happened.
Yeah, well, a lot of the
Come
old urban legends started, like you say, with a sliver of truth.
Right.
Some of them were actually turned out to be true.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, when I took a look, for example, at Siren Head, right? Now he said flesh and everything, but if you ever see videos and stuff like that, he's always in the background with
Yeah.
trees and different things, stuff that you can, you know,
You could barely make him out.
barely make him out.
Yeah.
And what that tells me, I don't know, I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Watch David go hard here, but there
I
was,
hate Harry Potter. Go ahead.
okay.
Wow.
There was a situation. Now I don't remember what show it is, guys. So don't get mad at me. But all of the trees, right? You thought they were regular trees, but they weren't. They could literally walk and move. The trees. Yeah, it was in one of the shows.
Oh wow.
Right. And so when I saw that, and then-
Siren Head.
yes, Siren Head.
It reminded you of that.
Wow.
Right. Well, see, Siren Head didn't exist at the time.
Oh, okay.
So I think that in their mind, when they saw that, they thought, wow, that'd be cool and make it have a noise, you know?
Yeah.
So that's
Is that how it sounds?
well, it makes this weird sound, bro. It's,
Yeah.
it's a bunch of sirens, going.
Wow.
and-
Were they
but-
very
But,
loud?
people when
Mm-hmm.
they see things like in trees, things like that, the mind,
Mm-hmm.
when you look at something long enough that's a mass confusion and lines and this and that,
Yeah.
your mind will tend to want to put something together and look at something that's familiarized itself with, like a
Right.
face or a
And you-
body,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, we was talking about that.
Yeah, we were.
So that's a lot of, could be Siren Head. Well, okay, you look long enough in the trees, you're going to see a tree start
That's
walking.
interesting. Remember the
Right.
movie Pumpkinhead back in the day?
Yeah,
Oh,
Pumpkinhead.
yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's Siren's head cousin?
I mean, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Right.
Just imagine 40 foot tall.
Right.
Yeah, they got a
That is
nephew
scary. I'm
named
like, oh,
Lemon
I'll just lay down and
Yeah,
die.
lemon
Wow.
head.
but to add on to what David was saying, like the human mind is programmed to see human faces and the shape of a human. Like
We
I know
look up in the
you
clouds.
always look up at a
Yeah, it's
cloud.
called scrying.
You're gonna see what you want to see eventually, or you look into. I know we've all looked into like those old school wood grain panels.
Yeah.
See all types of little figures in
You
it.
get to start
faces.
seeing faces. I
Yeah.
think that's because we programmed to.
Program, and I get it. That's the scientific. But what about this? Our minds are strong, and
Sure is.
we as people can create our own reality.
Yeah.
If we think it, it shall be. So what if looking into the clouds to seeing a face is just you starting to manifest that particular image,
Yeah.
and then back out and say, "Oh shit," because you just freaked out, like, "Oh, it looks like this," and back away.
So
It's
what
forced
you're
to
saying
That
is
has
that you
happened to
made it.
me.
Maybe
be.
anything's possible.
Yeah, it
Interesting,
has happened
interesting.
to me just yesterday because I was like looking in the sky because I like to go outside and I like the nature and everything. And I just like looking up in the sky and I like,
Look at the mic.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just like to look at the sky and I
Yeah.
thought I saw like a bunny because I like bunnies.
Oh wow.
And bunnies
Okay.
are my favorite animals. So I was like, oh, that looks like
You
a
just saw a
bunny.
whole bunch of bunnies.
Yeah, like a
Yay
lot of
for
bunnies.
bunnies.
That's
Yay
cute.
for bunnies.
Right.
Yay for bunnies. Wow.
You know, but I know it makes more sense that it has that scientific meaning versus you believing that you can manifest your own reality.
Yeah.
You know,
And then, we're speaking of urban legends, and urban legends are not only just these monsters we create, because we had an urban legend of people like the one where a guy's on the train or in a bar, somebody slips something in his drink and he wakes up in a dirty hotel without a liver or something like that. He's missing the organ. I know we all heard that tell like
okay,
organ.
okay.
organ
You're talking about,
harvesting.
okay, I
Yeah.
get it. First you were skipping. I'm like, I don't understand, but I get it.
Yeah.
And then we have all heard it.
Yeah, we all heard that.
They've
one. I
made-
know I have.
They made movies of it and
Yeah.
and everything like that. So that's engraved in our
There's
mind.
another one that's kind of manifested. Remember, if you see a car driving at night without its light, just don't flash your lights at them.
Turn around and come
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like
Turn around and come get you.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
that-
urban legends. Yeah,
well,
that's one.
well, here go the thing. If you remember that urban legend, then you remember what it really was or what they said it was. It was actually the Crips and Bloods type of thing, and it was initiation. So when you drove by it and you did that, then that was you being a victim at that point.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
that was fake though.
well.
They said it happened, but I
Yeah.
never.
It was fake. It was
Nothing ever
urban
came.
Yeah,
legend.
it's
Was
an
it real?
urban legend.
Yeah.
I mean, either it happened or it didn't, but supposedly it happened at a gas station. But again, you guys, this is how urban legends start.
Yeah, yeah.
We heard it, we said it the best way we can, and you're going to remember it, and you're going to tell someone else.
Yeah.
Sometimes urban legends can start by word of mouth, and this is, because we're social creatures, we always do this. Such as the Legend of Polibus. For all of us who lived during the arcade age back in the 1980s.
That's that video game.
Yes,
right?
it was.
Okay, yeah.
But
I didn't know that.
somehow or another, it appeared, very vaguely that we seen the title screen on the arcade thing, but we never actually played it, and it somehow
Yeah.
disappeared within 1 or 2 weeks. Okay, some people, they said it was alleged to having prompt feelings of disorientation, amnesia, game addiction.
Well,
even
wait a minute,
suicide.
David. Can you explain what the
Well,
game
yeah,
is?
I don't even know
Polybus.
about the
Okay,
game.
I'd be glad to.
Uh-oh.
Polybus is basically a vectorized three-dimensional game where you're blasting through different types of shapes of triangles, and then you're a triangle going through a 360 arrow blasting through things.
I remember that game.
I will
Now I
keep it
know.
brief.
Now I know.
There
Okay.
are references to Polybus. If you want to go ahead and check out, AVGN, he did a report
Well,
about
I'm just
that
saying
as well.
it was some effects. It was some.
Seizures. You did get seizures. You did get.
From playing the game?
Well, no,
yes,
I
you
thought
did.
the game made you like kill or something. That was some
It did.
part of
What
the
the
urban
fuck?
legend.
Yes, it did. There was reports where if somebody did play Polybus or whatever, they had flashing lights, but somehow they would get into the subconscious DMT effect while they're
Okay.
trying to play it.
Not true. I played it.
No, you didn't.
The one with the thing going thump thump, and you're spinning around with the thing and you're shooting.
That's
it.
called asteroids. Polybus never existed.
It
I
never
actually-
existed.
Yeah, I done the
Oh,
research.
it never existed.
It was like an urban
Wow.
legend. And it was a fear of this game.
When he just described it, he just described the one.
Asteroids.
Oh, and it was blowing up.
Yeah,
the
but
little thing.
it had like planes of glowing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
That Polybus
yeah.
had. It went like a little rainbow spiraling and so forth, kind of
Yeah.
similar to like a Star Wars arcade in the 1980s.
So how can you describe something that never existed?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Right.
Well,
I mean-
here's another proof to prove that Polybus never actually existed.
Yeah.
When there was now I am going to use the reference James Rolfe, who acts as AVGN. He went in there and he actually saw the cover Polybus, but when he opened up the TV screen, it was an entirely different game.
Yeah. So it was like a big urban legend. So
It
it
is.
was in the
Oh.
gamer community.
Okay. I didn't
Yeah.
even know. I
Yeah.
mean, because when he described it, it sounded like the one.
Asteroids,
That's
yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
when I was
Well,
playing.
it had like this vectorized gyrus effect, Ugh.
Wow.
And then there was
Wow.
another system that had it where it was like weird shapes and triangles, and it was flipping, and you would shoot them.
That's something different because
That's
this game
Pac-Man.
never existed.
No,
No,
it wasn't.
no,
It wasn't
no, no,
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
It was the.
But it sounds
Okay, well,
familiar.
back to the urban
Tetris.
legends
Tetris.
because that game
Oh,
never
Tetris.
existed.
Never
Tempest,
existed.
Tempest.
That's so
Okay.
interesting.
Okay.
Tempest,
okay.
yeah.
Tempest.
Polybus was closest to the Tempest,
Yeah.
based on what they described.
Wow.
But guys, I was thinking about this right now. Some of the urban legends now that we know aren't really the truth. There's a lot of people that believe them.
Yeah.
Is what about some of our singers? In the past, Paul McCartney, he never died. Or,
Oh, that's a big one.
Tupac, he's still alive. Or,
Wow.
this is
Well,
that.
wait, what-
This all become.
I gotta
Wait a
go.
minute,
All
David.
these-
Well, wasn't it like that Paul McCartney did die and got replaced?
He got
I know
replaced
I know
by
the whole.
somebody
like that.
else, double.
Yeah.
I know the
Wow.
whole story on that.
There's,
Bro.
a lot of people, there's
Yay.
people that believe.
Well,
Wow.
actually, I'm one of those people.
I know.
Right. Well,
James-
The whole
here's
Sgt. Pepper's
why.
album cover and
Well,
all that,
the album cover, they did a song about it. The actual Beatles themselves actually spoke about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Ringo.
well, okay.
I mean, I'm just saying. And then when you take a look at this, this is one of the biggest things. The biggest things is when Paul McCartney supposedly died, they replaced him with this other guy, right? So here's the thing. So in America, the whole thing comes out finally, and it's a big deal. So his children, mother, he leaves them.
Mm-hmm.
So he don't deal with those kids anymore, right? And then they do a DNA test. It was somewhere in the 90s. They do a DNA test, and it doesn't match.
Wow.
I never heard that.
I've
Yeah,
heard
you
about
go,
that.
please
I
check it
never
out.
heard
It's,
that.
it's a
Check
big
that.
thing, and they sued and they won.
Who won?
Wow.
Who won?
The children did.
Interesting.
So Paul McCartney paid.
Now, is that an urban legend in itself?
No, that's not. That's documented. He actually paid, but the urban legend is that he was actually replaced. Now you can always say maybe those weren't his kids in the beginning with. You know what I mean? But
Well, then they said you could, I forget what song it was, you could spin it backwards, the album, and it would say, Paul is dead, Paul is dead.
Yeah.
over on
Yeah.
it,
yeah, I mean, so the other ones,
But I think
Ringo
that-
and
that
all
kind-
of them
that kind
said it
is-
too.
That's
That's what they had to do.
Started it all, kind of the
That's
modern
Wow.
day. Because then it was Elvis. After that, Elvis didn't die either.
Yeah,
It
Elvis.
just
Yeah.
goes
Sick
on
his
and
ass.
on
Well,
and on.
we had a few
You
urban
know.
legends growing up in our neighborhood, Jay. You remember the crazy man of
Oh,
Elmtime?
oh yeah, yeah.
So the story was that it was an abandoned house in our neighborhood, and there was a crazy guy.
A
that
crack
stayed.
house?
I think it was a little bit before.
You just
crack.
abandoned.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was a little bit
Just
before
abandoned.
crack. It was just
Yeah, it
abandoned,
was before
boarded
crack.
up house.
'Cause we
Oh.
were teenagers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were teenagers, young teenagers.
Yeah.
And you weren't supposed to go by this house alone.
Mm.
So one day, me and Jay decide we're gonna go to the house
And knock on it.
and knock on the door. So we go to the house. I think we kicked the door or
Oh,
something
my
like
God.
that.
Something we did something. The door is basically wood.
Yeah, and
Put
the
up
legend
the-
turned
yeah.
out to be true. This crazy guy came out,
Chasing us down the street.
chased us
Wow.
all
Chasing
the
us down
way
the street.
Oh, my
all the
God.
way home.
Oh,
Big
no.
big dude. Big dude. Yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
wow.
And it was true.
Yeah, it was true.
You know,
That's scary.
I don't
Yeah.
know if he was a killer, but
maybe
like he was gonna kill. He damn sure convinced us.
yeah, maybe he
He
would
said,
just
I'm not a killer, but don't push me.
right,
know,
right, right. Maybe he was just living with the urban legend. You know,
Wow.
I mean, shit. I'm glad that David wasn't with us because magically something bad might have happened to David if you couldn't keep up.
I know, right?
If you couldn't keep up.
I will say this: I might have taken my camera and filmed it if that actually happened.
Right, right.
Well, that,
Maybe
good,
this
was-
good luck
this
back
was-
then.
yeah,
Good luck back then with a camera.
This was before cell phones and shit.
Cell phones and cameras, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, you had
Took
the
a Polaroid.
but you had
Yeah,
like the
a Polaroid,
clunky,
exactly.
You had like the clunky Panasonic. You know, you put your main tape.
yeah,
it was
the
so
VHS.
clunky.
Wow.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
actually, this was before that too.
Oh, really?
Nah,
Yeah, they had the
no, we had VCRs back then. It was
No,
Yeah.
it was the beta. They had
Oh,
they,
wait,
they,
the
they,
beta
had the little
tape.
It
beta.
wasn't that long ago, Jay.
It was. They had the beta.
No.
I saw those back in my film
Okay.
school.
I was a little kid when beta was the thing.
No, you weren't. You was a
Yes,
teenager.
I was. No, Jay. Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever,
I remember
bro.
distinctly.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, you might be right.
I think cell phones. It was during the time with Primeco phones. People still had beepers.
The gigantic flip,
Yeah,
like the.
no.
It's about like
Nah,
Big
1980.
ones.
nah. You don't remember
No.
Primeco?
Yeah, but the big flip phones.
No.
All the big ones, they just start. They're just like that. The big Zach Morris phone.
Nah,
Y'all know the fuck.
Primeco. It,
But
was, it was
maybe-
like the first
It
cell
was.
phone
It
here
was.
in
It
Houston.
was
Okay.
like this.
I get the
They
point.
weren't that big.
The point is, David.
Oh, no,
Yes,
big black
you could have
ones. Big black
videotaped it.
Yeah.
You could
I
have
would
videotaped
have.
it.
I would've
If
got
I've
you
seen a
had-
lot of
you
cell
could have
phones
videotaped
in my life.
Yeah.
with the
As a
VHS. You
child.
could have videotaped it. That's the point.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, that was an urban legend on it. We had multiple urban legends, I do believe. Like,
I know D. Ray might remember this one from Darling. You remember the girl that knew voodoo and everybody was scared of her? Yeah.
he said,
I
for you
think-
guys at home, he said yes.
Yeah, that was at Darling Middle School way back in the days.
she knew voodoo as a child.
There was a rumor that she knew voodoo. It was two
She must have
girls.
been from Louisiana.
I don't know, but she looked spooky. She
to already
dressed
know.
spooky. And there was a rumor that everybody was picking on her one day, and they put a Bible up, and they say she spit on the Bible and it started burning. I'm not saying it's true, but everybody in the school believed the shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Poor
And-
girl. So
and
she
it-
was the carry of the school.
Yeah, basically.
Aw.
Basically, everybody was scared of her ass.
Oh, but she probably was a sweet girl.
She probably was, or she might have been devil spawned. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Again, urban
Never
legend. I don't
know.
know.
Urban legend.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
you
know D. Ray remember that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
crazy. But what about Slender Man?
Oh, we did talk about Slender Man in the previous episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where does this guy come from?
It. You want
You
me to
wanna-
say? Oh, you can say. I can say.
Okay.
I
I'll-
said it last episode. You can say it.
Okay. Ultimately, what we discussed in last year's of the episodes, Slender Man was originated as an urban legend told in Germany, and that he was a tall, sleek, pale man that would abduct children in the woods, but he would, go as a shadow form to disguise it. Jay, you may want to go ahead and, carry on with this one since I know you're passionate about this.
Well, no, I mean,
Well, I know he was like 9 feet tall,
Yes.
right,
Right.
featureless face.
right.
He had
Yes.
no eyes, mouth, or nose.
Yeah.
Right.
And didn't he have like tentacles?
Yes, he
from
did.
his back or something.
Well, he's got long arms. I just don't know about tentacles.
Yeah, he had the tentacles too.
Okay.
And he,
Yeah.
But I think he could pull them out when he wanted to.
Right.
He did.
You know what
Oh
I'm saying? Like,
God, I wish I had the actual my research on him because I have it written down. So Slender Man actually came from this guy who entered a horror creation.
yeah.
It came from that. I just don't remember the guy's name, and he ended up winning. And from there, people saw his work, and it just carried on from there.
And a lot of people think that this Slender Man is real though.
I tend to believe it. And the only reason why I say that I tend to believe that it is something of that nature,
That Topa
Definitely,
effect.
well, is because I know you people out there, the ones that are Doctor Who fans. And there's an alien head, and he wears this black suit with long arms, the same suit that Slender Man's wear. And he's been out forever. And I think that's where the Slender Man idea originated from.
Wow.
Now, the reason why I say that, why do I believe it, is because that particular character, where did that character come from? You see what I'm saying? That
No.
gave, okay, the character.
I was just joking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the character that's in Doctor Who, someone had to create
Yeah,
that. And this
yeah,
is way
yeah,
before
yeah.
Slender Man.
Yeah.
Well, hell,
I
look at
think
Edward
this-
Scissorhands.
Yeah, I
I
think the
know.
Slender Man now.
That's way later.
Yeah, that's
I know,
yeah,
but somebody created. It's always
some-
always going to be created from
Which
somewhere.
creates legends, yeah.
Right.
Was there
Well,
a
you-
movie about it?
I think
Yeah,
it-
there's,
think they
there
I
is,
think there was
yes.
a few movies
Uh-huh.
about
Huh.
Slender
And
Man.
in video games and
Yeah.
Yes.
on the
Video
screen.
games
Mhm.
too?
Yes.
So I
Wow.
wonder if
Check
the
that
guy
out.
that created him is profiting.
You
from
know,
him.
I wondered that too, but it didn't say what in my reading at the time, I don't recall that.
Yeah.
He kind of like he won that contest. That was the end of his story.
Okay.
The Slender
So
Man killed him.
there were, there was actually.
I like that, Erica. I
Two,
like that.
two young preteen girls.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
They-
not the preteen.
Yeah, preteens. They tried to kill their best friend
Oh,
to sacrifice them to Slender Man.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't get their names, but they actually
I
tried.
read that story.
They actually tried to kill their best
You know,
friend.
so that kind of makes me wonder because I'm kind of a big thing with shadow people and such like that.
Yeah.
And being demons and you
Yeah.
know, be able to manifest and feel what they want to be manifested in. And so that brings me to you think about everybody manifesting the Slender Man.
Yeah,
that's
that's
just another form of a shadow person.
yeah.
Right.
You know, so
sure is.
being
Right.
manifested.
So basically,
And so
a demon
yes,
could take that
exactly.
form, and it became true. Now, Erica had made a statement, said Slender Man probably killed him, right?
Yeah.
And I said, I like that because think like this. You just created an urban legend.
Yeah.
And
You
this
did.
urban legend, you just made it out of your mind. Basically, people believed it. Like Trent said earlier,
The
it
Tulpa effect.
right. Well, and it
Yeah.
manifests itself, and now this thing lives. So imagine if you created that particular entity
Right.
in a book or whatever,
Oh, pussy woman.
It's like
or something,
Okay.
right? And
Pussy
it
woman.
kills you, and it kills
She
you.
swallows
It becomes
dicks.
real.
well,
Wow.
the kid that killed his family in Amityville Horror, the
Oh,
real
yeah.
the real kid.
That was real,
Yeah,
right?
it was real, and he said it was a shadow person, or you want to call it a Slender Man, gave him a shotgun or told him to get the shotgun and go kill his whole family the night while they
Yikes.
slept.
Oh wow.
So basically, the
Yikes.
fear is that when we create Siren Head, Slender Man, and all these different things,
We're manifesting.
we're manifesting. It could become true in some shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah. What about a new urban legend, fairly new, the Black Eyed Kids?
Black
Oh
eyed
my
kids.
goodness, I
Right.
just-
Black
wow.
Eyed Kids.
Yes,
Wow.
yeah, that was yeah. That's
Never
the
heard
one.
of them either.
No.
I haven't had.
No, I
I
just
have
looked it
not.
up right
Wow.
now.
Yeah.
Well, here go the thing.
Explain who the Black Eyed Kids are. Jay.
No, I don't
So-
have the information.
Well, I'm talking
I
about
need to
Jay.
get- Go ahead.
Somebody.
I mean, either one of y'all.
Okay,
yeah.
I can
No,
do
no,
it.
Jay,
man.
go.
Yeah, I could do it. Okay, you guys at home,
Black
check
Eyed
it out.
Kids.
The Black Eyed Kids, man, are these little creepy little kids. They come to your house and they knock on your door, or they come to your car late at night or whatever the case may be, and they beg you to come in, to let them in. So once they say, "Hey, come in,"
You done fucked up, basically.
yeah, bad things might happen.
Yeah.
They even had it on the internet where the woman had saw the kid knocking on the door, and she took her camera and went outside the window to film the kid, and you saw the kid's eyes was black, and it was just weird the way the kid was looking.
Basically, it's like
It's an urban legend.
it's two little kids, like a 16-year-old and,
And
a
a
younger
younger,
one, maybe 6, and you will encounter them maybe on a dark, desolate road. They'll come to your house, and they're always asking to gain access to your home or your car.
And this urban legend started in Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
This guy
they're
created, or
basically-
Like
said it.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
type
Well, yeah, he said it, and it just picked up steam, and people believe that those little kids are half alien, half human,
I'm
hybrids.
I'm waiting for a confirmation on the sighting in New Mexico.
What's
I'm
that?
not at liberty to say about the black-eyed kids.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
okay.
I know somebody that might have had some interaction. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Wow.
So wait.
Wow.
So the thing is that it might have been a figment of someone's imagination now being manifested into becoming real to some people.
You,
Wow.
you know
Do you
what?
think
Oh,
it's-
sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. Do you think is like what my experience when I got touched by a demon, and I just remember how the demon looked, and it was
Oh, you
kind of
did
like
see?
Slenderman.
Oh wow,
So do you
maybe.
That
think it was-
shadowy looking tall.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But
Yeah,
remember-
maybe could have been tripping.
Remember,
I don't know.
Trent
Who's
said
who
the
knows?
Topa effect.
Yeah, the
Uh-huh.
Topa.
So-
Maybe you manifested that.
Right. I mean, just the idea. I have this thing that I say. So imagine God. He's supposed to be such a huge entity. Imagine if you actually saw his face.
Probably drive you crazy.
It would probably drive you crazy. Your brain would be sitting there trying to figure out what the fuck is seeing, that it would make up something
Yeah.
just for your brain, for you to feel safe.
Or try to make
Right.
something to rationalize
Right.
Yeah.
what you're seeing.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you say that this demon and you saw it, it was probably so horrible that every little piece of information you've ever looked up or believed, it just all jumbled into one that
Yeah,
created
that
this
was the
particular
closest
thing.
thing your
That's
brain could
Right.
get to.
What
Yeah.
happened.
Right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk about this urban legend. I got this from NBC 15, Mobile, Alabama.
Ooh.
So March 2017, a big group of people, news crew, everybody gathered outside this tree because there's a rumor that there's a leprechaun that appears.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that a leprechaun
That is so
appears
fucked up.
every year
Wow.
in Crichton, is some neighborhood in Mobile, Alabama. Apparently, the news took it serious because you had like a big fucking mob of black people. It was in a black neighborhood,
Right.
and so it was like hundreds of people out there, and
Right.
the news crew, and they're all waiting to see
Oh wow.
the Crichton leprechaun.
Crichton leprechaun.
Yeah.
Does it have
I
gold?
guess that's where they got the writing idea of leprechaun fall back in the hood.
Yeah, so you had people out there with binoculars, cell phones,
Did they
cameras.
Did they find their Lucky Charms?
They did. They did.
Pot of
But,
gold.
Was it
but
yummy?
one lady on the scene suggested that the leprechaun could be a crackhead.
Could be. Maybe,
Possibly.
maybe
Possibly.
It was
crackhead.
crackhead.
Who knows?
Why y'all out here looking for that crackhead? Yeah, that's exactly what she was saying.
And then here's a quote from another man on the scene. I want to go where the gold at.
Oh man, you can't do shit in the hood, bro.
I know,
You
right?
can't do shit in the
I
hood.
know, right? It was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Stop touching my
That mean
face.
you want me gold teeth? Gold teeth?
I know, right? He's like, I want to go where the gold at.
You'll never find the gold here.
Right.
know,
So
right?
I just think that's crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, we can't have shit in the hood, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They already. Well, first of all, why is the leprechaun even in the hood of all places?
I don't know, but shit, you never
Of
know.
all
He was
places.
broadening his little
That-
leprechaun horizon.
They were-
Exactly. That might
They
have
had
been
to have a rainbow to be on.
exactly.
You know?
That might be the end of his
Or-
rainbow.
That was the end.
The hood? That's fucked up if your rainbow ends in the hood.
I know,
Well,
right?
Of all places you could be somewhere else, and you're going to end up in the hood?
Exactly.
was
Well,
the
let's
beginning
put
to
it this
somebody.
way: the hood is broke. People who would tell the tale of the leprechaun could it, get people's attention as far as, oh, let me get the quick way of wishing for money. Let's say
Maybe.
that would be a good point for
Right.
this illusion.
If the hood caught a leprechaun, he has no more gold.
Well, you heard old boy's quote. I
I
want,
want
to
the
go.
gold. I want the
I
gold.
Want the
Right.
gold. They're gonna go for the gold.
Where to go?
They're gonna take the gold, and I'm pretty sure there was some other people out there that was probably gonna have sex with the little leprechaun. But it was gonna be some shit happening to that leprechaun, bro.
Oh, leprechaun sex, bro.
Right? Yeah.
Leprechaun
Some of the crackheads gonna be drinking with the leprechaun.
Even
It was gonna, a lot of
even
shit
the
gonna
urban
happen.
legends are in danger in the hood.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
leprechaun had that shillelagh.
Yeah,
I think there was
Right,
something. I
right.
think the leprechauns used to have a little bit of evilness to them for some
I think
Yeah,
so,
they
too.
do.
Yes.
Too.
Maybe that's why he came to the hood. Cause we all have a little evilness to us in the hood. Shit.
That's where the leprechaun plays tricks on us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tricks.
Y'all heard of the
and
rake?
Tricks are not for kids.
The
There you
rape.
go.
David, have you ever heard of that urban legend?
Which
What?
urban legend?
The rake.
Oh, the
yeah,
rape. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
videos of that.
No, please tell me about it. No,
Please
I,
tell
I
us
don't.
about the rake.
That's why I'm
Yes.
asking. I
That's
don't know
scary.
much
That's-
about it.
that's
Really?
scary. It's
No.
scary
Okay,
stuff,
David,
yeah.
what do you know?
You know anything about this guy?
What,
What the rake?
The
The
rake,
rake?
it's like a tall, it's like a four-legged skinny thing that walks on four legs that has no head, but it's just real freaky
There's
looking.
some
It's
spooky
nasty.
shit.
Like a
looking.
rake that you rake leaves
No,
with?
no,
No, no, no, no,
And
no,
it
no,
has-
no,
and
no.
it has no hands and it just has pointy feet.
Oh
And
my
it walks on
God.
its toes.
Oh,
And I've seen videos. I don't know how true they were on
I mean,
TV.
I'm
and
sure
they
that's
look
not
like-
real, but it's an urban
Well,
legend.
pretty
it was
much like that,
actually
man.
it was
It's
actually
pretty wild.
created by the same guy that created
Yeah.
Siren Head.
Oh, really?
But
Wow.
it gains so much internet notoriety that people think it's real and shit.
And everything like
and
that.
maybe that old Tulpa effect is taking effect again.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to have say a Tulpa effect taking effect because he creates it. He makes the picture. He draws the picture. Makes the animation of it. Your mind not putting that shit together. We see the damn TV screen.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If enough people believe in it,
believe
Maybe,
in it.
maybe he's putting together what he
Okay.
saw.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Maybe
Personally.
look at it
Or
from that way.
maybe-
He's seen it, and
Maybe
he's
this
just-
guy
he
is
got
gonna,
inspired by it.
in 30, 40 years is going to be a legend himself,
That's what I was
creating
thinking.
all
He's
of
gonna-
those things.
Yeah.
Like Stephen King almost.
Yeah.
He also created Cartoon Cat. I don't know if y'all
I heard about the cartoon cat.
heard or seen that guy.
No, I haven't.
It's like
No.
almost like a killer Tom and Jerry
Oh my God.
that you don't want to
Aw.
fuck. Y'all never heard of Cartoon Cat?
Okay, you need to send me a cartoon link of that one.
Yeah.
I do study
He
animation.
invented those three. He invented Siren Head, The Rake, and Cartoon Cat.
Is he Tim Burton's nephew or something? Who the fuck?
He's a horror legend on the internet.
Stephen King's nephew.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's
or
a horror
Stephen
legend.
King's estranged friend.
Right,
I mean,
right,
everything
Strange
upgrades.
son.
Everything upgrading based on the internet. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So, people at home, check it out. We're talking about so many legends, but they're going to be legends. They're in the beginning stage because people
Yeah.
believe in it. It's on the internet. You know
New
what I'm
Bloody
saying?
Mary.
Yeah, the new types
Yeah.
of Bloody Mary. Yeah, it's starting with us because we've always had a fascination with our urban legends. So we wanted to know where they come from. So now we're seeing it now. So I tell you what, we're going to take a break real quick. We're going to come back and jump more into this situation. All right. We out.
Bye, girl. You have a great night.
Man, that was a great podcast.
It was a dope show.
Yeah, great. Bye, guys.
So what you said?
Yeah, man, I have so much work to do. I have to get caught up.
Okay,
I'm
make
sorry.
sure you remember to lock the door.
I got
Be
you.
careful.
I got you.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, then.
Congress, 205 Constitutional Democrats asked the Supreme Court to reconsider the unworkable supposed right to abortion in the way in 1973 in cases. They have filed a brief in the upcoming abortion case due medical services versus Lee. And in today's weather, I have
Yo, we back. So, we're back, okay? And we were talking about crazy, new beginning urban legends, even though I was typing saying old urban legends. I said Bigfoot, werewolf, and Frankenstein.
Oh, those urban legends?
Yeah, it was urban somewhere.
Okay, maybe.
But here go the thing,
Had
though.
to start somewhere.
A slither of truth. It started somewhere.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, today, Siren Head could be the new
Bigfoot.
There you go.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's a spooky motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that rake guy.
Yeah.
See, and here's the thing, Dave. I never actually seen him before.
Really?
I never seen the rake before.
Yeah, he's a spooky looking motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I-
fake or not what you've seen on TV, but it's pretty spooky. It's
I know, right?
Is
Yeah.
he tall?
The rake.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say he's tall.
The pictures I seen, he was always crouched down.
Crouched.
So
Seemed like alongside. There's one video, real good one of him, like walking alongside the road. Somebody's videotaping something else, and they just happen to go back and watch it and catch the rake.
Okay.
wow.
Well, here go one that's really funny, in my opinion. And I'm just asking you guys a question. Well, couldn't E.T. the extraterrestrial be an urban legend?
What?
Well, here's why. Because
You talking about Elliot phone home? E.T.?
Yeah, because the Roswell
come on,
the
bro.
Roswell crash happens, and now we have aliens. And today on the internet, they're really pushing these aliens super hard. So in 20 years,
Can I answer that for you?
Go ahead.
No,
Why not?
because it's a movie, bro. It's just
Well, it's not. I just said
everybody.
E.T.
Everybody knows it's a movie.
I
you know?
said E.T., but I'm really referring to extraterrestrial, alien.
Just in general.
Well, you said
In general,
you said
I said
E.T.
I said it's funny because it's like ET, and stuff like that.
Okay.
All of these ideas been pushed
So
out.
you saying the idea of aliens?
Right, 1947, the
I
Roswell
don't
crash.
think so.
Maybe.
I think that's a whole different show, Joe. Joe, you going?
That's a whole different.
Well, I'm just saying
You
it
did a
could be.
cartwheel.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying
I
maybe.
need you.
kinda see
I need
what
you to
Jay is
flip back to
through
the
it
other
is. I
side.
kind of see what he's trying to say.
Yeah,
Right.
but no.
The
Let's go
internet
back.
is making legends.
Go back.
Sure is.
Right. And right now aliens are hot on the internet.
Well, aliens existed before the internet, so
Yeah.
yeah.
True.
So it's been a
Okay,
thing
I
since
see what you're saying.
True.
Yeah.
you got rock paintings on the wall with aliens. So let's come back to urban. Let's come back to the neighborhood.
Right. The internet
The
neighborhood.
leprechaun hood.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
There you go.
well, speaking of urban legends and so forth, I found one or two urban legends that I found. It's called the Legend of the Bunny Man.
I heard of that. one.
Buddy?
Buddy.
Bunny man.
The Bunny,
Bunny
Man.
Man.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Or,
Jimmy
to be more
Seamus
accurate, the Bunny Man Bridge on Halloween night.
Yeah.
It occurred in the 1970s in Virginia, and he was basically, the tale explains that he's an escaped mental patient who takes gutting bunnies and hanging them in the bridge underpass.
Wow.
Oh.
Later, the maniac is now trying to gut teens. Fast forward later on, the story is very likely in the presence of a roving madman in the area in October 1970. A couple spotted a man dressed in a white suit with white bunny ears who began yelling at them while they were in private property.
So he sounds
Wow.
spooky and cute at the same time.
Yeah, but inside that demeanor, he was a psychopath.
Wow.
So anyway, he basically threw a hatchet into their widescreen TV, apparently shattering it
Oh wow.
at their home.
Wow.
Then the
Fucking
second,
Bunny Man got anger issues.
yeah, he's not so nice, isn't he?
Wow.
Then the second sighting, 2 weeks later, the security guard spotted a hatchet-wielding man wearing the same white bunny, ears and the hat and the white suit, chipping away a porch railing. The police men tried to capture him, but they were unsuccessful. He didn't disembowel anyone, but they thought the adult wielding both a hatchet and a pair of rabbit ears somehow manages just as disturbing. He may have had blood around.
Wow.
Blood around.
Well, I imagine so. If you got hatchets and
Well, I
chopping
find it
TVs.
funny that the era that you say this is in, because all I kept thinking about was the Son of Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There
remember he
was
was
some
70s?
relevance.
Right, he was in the
Yeah,
bunny,
the bunny
suit,
suit.
and he was going crazy.
Was that an urban
Wow.
legend too?
No, that
That
was
really
real, right?
happened.
That was
but
real.
but
That was
I
real.
think that the figment of imagination of the bunny
Mm-hmm.
and that killing bunny, I think that was probably his imagination. That was his imagination.
Right.
wow.
And maybe that gave birth to that legend.
Maybe.
That could be.
I've got an urban legend that's kind of it started, and it was really for nefarious reasons. You think about this.
Okay.
Do
Okay,
tell.
growing up, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we during Halloween we all will trick or treat. We
Right.
were told, hey,
I know where
don't
you're
this
going.
this.
Yeah.
You got poison in your candy. You got this and that.
Yeah,
Oh,
And
yeah.
all
yeah.
it was for your parents to get that candy,
Yeah.
to pick out what they wanted. Oh, everything else is good. Here you go.
Hey, but you
Because you know what? You never found anything bad in that.
but you know
hold on,
that
wait.
actually started from an actual story.
Really.
Yeah, and it's right here in Pearland.
So I remember
Right.
it was going on when I was in the 70s, late
Yeah.
70s when I was.
It started
from
from this guy. I forgot his name, but he actually poisoned his own kids.
Kids, yeah.
With pixie sticks. He put cyanide in the
really?
pixie
Wow.
sticks.
I remember hearing
Yeah.
about that.
And
I think it was for insurance or some shit, something.
Yeah, something.
I
And
didn't,
he,
know I didn't think that started the whole.
yeah,
Watch out for razor blade and the apple.
he
type of
killed
thing
his
and stuff
own
like
son on Halloween.
Right. But it's funny
Yeah.
that he says that
And that was here in Pearland.
right here in
Yeah.
Pearland.
Yeah.
It's funny he says about that candy because I've always heard that growing
I've
up.
alwaed heard
Yeah.
that.
Right. And it just so happened that I was looking up, we was doing an episode on the Candy Man.
Mhm.
And I was looking it up, and it is kind of one of the things I walked into. And they said, like, literally people putting shit in candy, like, never happens.
Yeah, it never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I remember it being on the news when I was a kid.
right. But
In the 80s.
And it was probably part of the urban legend too.
that's what I'm
Just saying,
saying.
yeah.
Because
Could've
in
been.
my mind, I check my kids' candy today.
Yeah, me
Right.
too. Me too.
Because I'm scared of that. So
Yeah.
I thought it happened.
Yeah, I wish I
Wow.
could remember this guy's name, but he actually killed his own son.
Yeah, we did it on a earlier podcast.
Yeah,
You did have his
yeah.
name.
And what year this was?
I think it
was
was
in
in
the
the 70s
70s.
too. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think so.
Yeah, it was in the
Wow.
70s.
Yeah, right here in Pearland.
Hmm
Good old Pearland.
Yeah, but I just think that was a very good one, man. about
He
the
was
Halloween.
one of the influences for the movie Candyman. It was they got so much shit from different places to make Candyman because there were actually two Candyman here in Houston.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But one killer will learn from another,
Yeah.
and be inspired by him.
Exactly. Another urban legend I heard of when I was doing my research, staying in a hotel.
On 13th floor.
No, you
Oh.
sleep overnight, and you find out there's a body inside the mattress.
In the mattress.
Wow.
I
What
heard
the
this.
kind of
I
shit?
heard of
What
this
the-
one.
Yeah,
I
you
never heard of that.
heard
No.
one.
And you ain't
Wow.
smell, nobody smelled nothing?
I guess so. I guess that's how they found it.
They had a little chocolate
Yeah,
mint in a
and
dead
come
body.
to find out that this thing has actually happened several times.
What?
Yeah.
In the mattress.
Yeah,
It's real.
yeah, it's real. It's not just an urban
Was it the
legend.
Cecil Hotel?
I don't think it was the Cecil. I think it happened in Las Vegas, California. It was like 3 different states that this shit actually really did happen.
Wow.
Yeah, sleeping on top
So
of
it's
it.
not urban legend then.
Nah,
Real.
yeah,
So someone's going in that little hotel having sex on a dead body.
yeah.
Mm.
Ah,
Awesome.
I know. I knew you would
it
like
feels
that.
like
I knew you would
a
like
Jason
that.
movie.
I knew you would like
It
that.
feels like a Jason movie.
Jason
Love
movie.
scene
It's
and
so
then
Jason.
pull through the couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, damn, we could have had a better time if we'd have known there was a body up under.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
I would have came quicker.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But that's so weird. I've never heard of that though.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's actually, honestly, that's kind of creepy and shit. You know,
It
it's kind of
is.
spooky too. That you
I
would,
know.
In
right?
the mattress?
Yeah,
I'm trying
Inside-
to wrap my brain around what
inside
in the mattress
I
means.
think there was probably a movie that did that too.
I don't remember.
Not
one.
under the bed, but
Not
in the
inside the
actual
mattress.
so
In-
some sick fuck had to cut the
Cut the
mattress.
mattress.
And then
Not all of them.
Well, if you're trying to get away, you
Not,
do some shit.
not all of them.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I remember growing up, we had mattresses that they had a zipper.
oh, that's true.
And you could
I
unzip
remember
the
those. My
whole
grandmother had
fucking
those.
thing.
Wasn't that
Oh
like
yeah,
in the
I forgot about the
30s?
zipper
Hey,
mattresses.
said the 30s. Come on, stop that shit. Yeah, these have the zippers. So you could
Wow.
shove their ass in there.
Yeah,
Zipper mattress.
true.
I mean, damn,
Y'all
though.
had it stuffed with sticks and shit.
I don't know, maybe feathers.
I was gonna say feathers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably it.
Wow. They
Damn.
couldn't afford feathers.
Damn.
Right. But I mean, so there's so many different urban legends, and you guys at home, we're just talking about them, just going over them because we investigate a lot of those urban legends to find out there was some truth to these things. But today, with the internet, people are creating shit out of their mind. And so you go, well, damn, what is that paranormal about it? Well, here's another part of the paranormal about it. The fact that people can create these things and people believe it to be real, basically manifesting their own reality. This shit is going to pick up in 20 years. People are going to be, like you said,
I know,
or someone
right?
said, is going to scare their kids with this.
Yeah.
If you're not good,
You don't do your homework.
Siren Head's gonna come and tear your ass up.
Right,
if you don't
right.
wake up, Siren Head gonna come over here and get your ass out of bed.
Wow. Well, look, I got some figgy facts. I got the story I want to tell.
Oh,
Okay, so
sci-fi fact.
nah, I ain't
damn.
got one of them today. Cause David got me so cold last time. I'm like, damn, I need to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Japan, there was this man that lived by himself, and he started complaining of he would leave home, go to work, come back, his shit would be out of order. It would seem like somebody ate some of his food.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? He would
okay.
see shadow figures out the corner of his eye.
Mhm.
He would see movement. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And he had an overwhelming feeling of being watched, like there was another entity.
Damn,
Wow.
I know something happened like here in America. It happened here in America too.
There was another
I know that.
entity in the room with him.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And so what this guy decides to do, he decides after this complaining to the landlord and tripping and thinking he's crazy, he sets up a camera
camera.
in the house.
Mm.
And he comes back, watches the tape, and to his fucking horror, he watched a fucking lady slither from up under his fucking cabinet
Mhm.
and just make herself at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
taking showers, cooking food and shit.
And where'd you say that was?
I've heard about that too. Like
That was in
somebody-
Japan.
Okay, that's also in America.
No, this
Oh no. I'm just
was
saying.
in Japan.
No, what I'm saying is it also happened
Another
in America.
instance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what happened? What it turned out to be, this lady, it was a 58-year-old lady
Okay.
named Tatsuka Harakawa.
Like on some grudge type shit.
She had actually snuck in his house and was living under his kitchen cabinet.
But she was a lady, like we ladies.
A real
But how
58-year-old.
she get underneath the cabinet?
58-year-old, Japanese.
Oh, they small.
Yeah, they small. She lived under his cabinet
Oh wow.
for a year,
Oh,
without him knowing.
So it wasn't a monster. It was just a lady.
It was just a lady.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the way you said slither underneath.
She
trying to
slithered.
remember of a
How you gonna
story.
get from under a
There's
cabinet?
a guy living in the
Slither.
attic.
Okay.
Yes, that's what it was.
I can't-
That's what it
And
was.
it's just right
Damn.
there,
The guy
I
was
remember.
living in the attic. That's what it was.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And he
I think
came
I
out.
heard that
He
one
came
too.
out the attic, and they
Yeah.
got him. But there's a name. So you guys at home, watch it. It's a movie. There's a name. So write the name down.
But get this though. While he's watching the video of her coming out of the cabinet, this bitch still in the cabinet as we speak.
What
You know
the-
what I'm saying? So
what-
he's
what-
watching the video
Mm.
of her getting in the cabinet, and he looks back. Oh, that's that cabinet right there
She's
behind
in
me.
there.
Oh
She's
wow.
in there. This bitch is still in the cabinet.
Scary as fuck.
Yeah.
That,
I would-
that might
would've-
be more scary than.
I would have beat her
I know,
fucking
right?
ass. I would have beat her ass.
Wow, she might have been fine though. You probably would have gotten in the cabinet with her.
No, I
Got some
wouldn't.
room in there, baby.
No. There is a name for that. And I don't know if it's called bunny hopping
It's
or
called homeless.
Homeless. I was
No,
thinking.
I
no,
know,
no,
right?
no. There is a name in America, and they do this all the time now.
It's a thing.
Squatting.
Right, it's a thing. Yeah, they're teenagers. So what they do is they wait for you to go home. Like, and normally what they do, they let the garage, like when you're backing out in the garage, they go in there, they set up cameras and all of this stuff inside your house, and they living in your house with you.
Wow, that
That's
sounds like a
scary.
movie.
Yeah. They made a movie about the event.
Oh, okay.
About the event. That's what and it's a name for it now.
Okay.
And so, the sad part is that shit, you can get killed like that.
Yes.
You can get killed like that.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
You could
definitely
start an urban legend like that.
Yeah. Like
what I'm
we're
saying?
doing right now, talking about
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah. So what
Isn't that crazy?
what urban legend scared y'all most as a kid?
The Bloody Mary.
Yes.
Bloody
I
Mary.
can actually admit I never tried that shit.
I
I
did.
did.
Y'all,
I did.
y'all tried it?
And I've seen
Wow.
her.
Even as an adult, I've
I
done
know
it.
your ass would have
I
tried
did. I
it.
said, I knew
You
it.
probably
shit.
tried it yesterday or some shit.
It was last year.
So last year.
Yeah,
So what
I
did you
don't look
see?
in the
What
mirror
did you
at
see?
all.
Myself in the dark.
Oh wow.
The fuck?
I've seen her.
You
What
ain't-
about? Oh yeah.
What?
Yes, I have.
Girl,
I kid you not.
what you
I've
saying,
seen
girl?
her.
So you tried
I
it,
have
Jay?
seen her.
Let's go
No,
do it
actually,
together in
I
the
didn't.
bathroom.
What about
Sure,
you, David?
let's do it.
What urban legend?
Blood
Have
Mary.
you ever tried the Bloody Mary?
I drank the Bloody Mary.
No. We're not talking about drinking. Period.
I thought about the
because-
drink.
Yeah.
I thought about the drink too.
Right. Yeah. Not,
You never heard the urban legend Bloody Mary?
Bloody Mary 5 times. I can't man.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
But you gotta look in the
Yeah,
mirror.
yeah.
No, wait a
and turn the
minute.
lights
Have
off.
you ever heard of the urban legend of Bloody Mary?
To be honest, no, I have not.
Really?
Okay. Okay.
Have you? Yes.
Of course, Dave.
Wow.
David, yeah.
I've heard of it.
That
And
is
actually,
incredible.
I-
You've done it.
You have not?
No, he did.
no,
He did not.
No, I have
I
not
did
done
not.
it.
Really? Where you been?
I'm scared to do it, and it, still this day,
I
I do
know, I
not look.
wouldn't do
I do
that
not
shit.
look in the mirrors at night.
What? We all gonna go in the
I
restroom
do
after
not
the
remember.
podcast and
here's
go
the
do it.
thing.
We are not.
Hey guys, y'all know, like I'm outlandish with shit, right?
Yes.
I have never done the Bloody Mary.
Oh,
I've
let's go
never
do
done-
it.
No, I'm not.
Well,
okay.
that kind of reminds me of the other
No.
shit I was
Do it.
talking about on the Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Now what's that?
Well, it's a way to create a black
Yeah,
mirror,
inscribing it.
and when you gaze into a black mirror, apparently, well, what they say is that you're gazing into the other side.
Right to the other dimension.
I did that with DMT. I did DMT in the mirror,
Oh wow!
and when I did it in the mirror, it's like I came out the mirror, and
Yeah.
then my being became the surroundings of me.
Well,
But
the trick
this is
the
with a black mirror,
You can actually
It was-
see
it
what
was a regular
spirits are attached to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
black mirror.
Yeah, something attached
Yeah,
to you.
Wow, she like is that shit ringing a bell?
But I didn't see anything crazy.
I know, right?
I screamed. I said, ah! I was like, well, shit. And it was me. Then the download I got was, you can't run away from yourself.
Wow.
I don't fuck with mirrors at all because, man, that fuckers, it looked like another world over there. I mean,
Yeah,
in your
but it's-
mind, it
it's
could be
you.
dangerous.
That's
I'm
like looking under the beds. I used to be scared to look under the
I
fucking
used to
bed.
be. That was a scary thing, right?
Or sleep with the closet door open.
Oh.
That was my big shit.
I do it now, and I used to close drawers. I couldn't have anything open.
Yeah,
I would
that
close the
clo-
drawers, close the closets, close anything that was looking like it was open. But now I'm like, I'm at a place in my life where I am intentionally facing fears.
Yeah.
So I let the closet door be open, let the drawers be open. I'm
Right.
just like, fuck it, whoever's in here with me, good night.
Right.
You
That
know.
Never
closet
bothered me,
door, I
though.
couldn't do it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Open stuff,
Yeah, that never.
but
bothered me.
mirrors.
Yeah. It wasn't
Mirrors
just
was-
stuff. It was the closet door for me.
Something about a closet door. You're right.
It just seemed like in the mirrors for me, I would move quickly, like just
It's not in real time.
what
Or what you
in
mean.
my mind, it seemed like I was catching myself off time.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I
that
know
would
what you mean.
always scare me. You know what I'm saying?
Like how's this possible? My
yeah,
arm been down.
Right, that type of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what was always triggering in my brain with
Nothing's
mirrors.
in real time.
Well, what about
Yeah.
these urban legends that actually turned out to be real?
I
There's a lot.
got one that was in Toronto, Canada.
Let's rock with it. Go
Yes. Okay. It was known as the Leaping Lawyer.
ahead. Okay.
Hmm.
At first, it was just fake because you hear these thud sounds coming off from the skyscraper, and people would try to rumor, oh, it's a lawyer jumping off committing suicide.
Yeah.
Well, according to the topic that we have discussed, the Buddhist topic, you manifest it, it becomes real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, you're in one big surprise.
No, I'm not.
There was there was a lawyer named Gary Oy who is a manager in that firm, and he would try to show off by tackling his fellow co-workers nearby the window to test to make sure it doesn't break.
He would run full speed into
Yes,
the
he would.
glass.
He would
I
try to
remember
show
that
off in his
shit.
macho-ness. And
Yeah.
so one
Yeah.
day, this is
Oh,
where the
dear
truth
Gary.
happened.
They say
Here
he did
comes-
it over 100 times.
He did.
Yeah.
And then one day he knocked it out. I believe it was in July 1993, I believe.
Yeah.
He crashed through the window. The panel finally broke out. He went down, slammed through down
24 stories.
24 stories.
Mm.
Then, in the eulogy, the one person wrote down that he was the brightest man in the firm.
Oh.
Wow.
Now he's the flattest motherfucker.
And he can't be that damn bright. He had to know eventually.
He kept loosening the
every
frame
time.
each time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
a man. Yeah, I remember that. And when you said you're gonna be surprised, no, I'm not. It's called the Leaping Lawyer.
Lawyer.
Yes.
And your story after that, you said, you're gonna be surprised. I'm not. I know someone's gonna die. Some lawyer's gonna leap to his death. You know what I'm saying? I knew that,
Wow.
but I just didn't realize that I was gonna remember
Yeah.
that story.
That is crazy.
I remember that story.
It's-
Another urban legend.
Go ahead.
I know that was prevalent in the hoods. That thing about going to the bathroom at night,
Oh my
sitting on the
gosh.
toilet, and something is there to bite you on the ass.
Never heard that
You
one.
never
I
heard that
did.
one?
I did.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
I've heard about it, and to make it worse, I saw Ghouls, which was an '80s horror movies where there's goblins sticking
I
out from
remember
the
that
toilet.
movie. Yeah.
I was just like, I was scared to go to the bathroom.
Me too. I was too.
Yeah.
I literally, when I was a kid, I just crapped in my underwear.
Holy shit.
That's how scared I was.
Wow.
Scared
God
shitless.
damn. We
Damn.
I don't think we could do that. We'd have got our ass
Poor
whooped doing
parents.
That, shit.
That
I
is
know, right?
that is probably why the damn clown had that magic trick with his underwear. He
With
done
his underwear.
Watch
I know,
this
right?
shit. You know what I'm saying? Watch this shit. Damn. You know.
I mean, and there's actually truth to this because in Brazil, there was this guy, he actually flipped the toilet up and a fucking 6-foot python snapped out of it and latched onto his dick.
Oh.
Yes.
Remember that one?
Oh. You remember that?
That is the most nightmarish thing I've ever heard.
Okay, yes, that would. Oh my God. So let me picture this correctly.
Yeah.
So it's like late in the middle of the night. You have to take that piss.
Yeah.
So you walk into the restroom,
Yes.
and
You're not expecting a fucking python.
right, and so you just flip the seat up to piss.
He's in the toilet. He scared the snake.
Yeah, he's in the toilet. You done pissed on the snake. The snake is like, "What the fuck?" and jumped up and snatched his fucking dick.
Yes.
Wow.
Did he get his dick back or no?
I have no, I hope so. I hope like hell.
I mean, that's a fucking python, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
I
they say every time it rains, you have a chance of getting some type of animal, like
Yeah.
a reptile, in the toilet.
Well,
when it rains.
apparently it happens a lot in New York. People are
In Australia too.
Several people are bitten by rats.
It happens a lot in the country too.
Oh, yes.
Out in the country, people do get a lot of snakes in
In
their
the toilet,
toilets.
you're
Yes,
right.
they do.
I remember in Mexico there was little snakes, garter snakes in the toilet.
Especially if they get on, they're on a septic type of system.
Oh,
or
yes,
something
totally.
Like that. They're
I had,
liable to come
you
back
know what?
through
I'm
there.
gonna do shit
New
differently
Mexico?
In Mexico.
because I
Wow.
have done this a lot. I have woke up in the morning, at night, brother,
Yeah.
and not cut on one light,
Oh yeah.
and went right off in there in the restroom,
Well,
lift up the
you never
lid,
know.
and pissed.
Well, the shit actually happened to me. I wasn't bit, but when I stayed in South Park Village, as Scarface would say, in the Orleans apartments, you know about the Orleans, y'all know.
No, I don't know.
Well, it's not a good.
A place? Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I was living there. Man, one night I was only staying there like 2 months. It was a quick fix and shit. Man, I went to the bathroom one night. There was a fucking rat in the toilet.
Yikes.
And he looked like he was out of breath. Like he had been trying to get out of the toilet all fucking night.
Wow.
And this was the night I happened to look down before I sat down. Man,
Just so
thank God.
happened.
Oh.
Thank God.
Wow.
Yeah. It was he looked like he'd been trying to get out that toilet for like
It was,
24
but
hours.
if you'd have said, oh,
what?
Ooh, he would lick your asshole. He would have.
no, he probably would have bit his dick to get out.
Yeah,
He
ain't
would
no
definitely-
telling what
you
he
would've
would
been
have
like,
He would have
I
locked
didn't
on
want
his
him to
dick.
bite shit.
Yeah, that's
for real.
oh, that's
Yeah.
scary, man.
That's scary.
Damn.
Man. That's scary. So the shit is true. The shit
Right.
is true.
But yeah, I mean,
It is true.
we've heard a lot of tales of snakes being in toilets and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I
Yeah.
mean, but just the fact that I've never heard, that someone got bit.
Yeah. Several
and-
people got bit.
See-
Rats, snakes.
See, I didn't know about the rat thing. I mean,
I would rather get bit by a rat, by
No.
a snake than a fucking
yes,
rat.
me too,
Yeah.
me
You
too.
know what I'm
A
saying?
snake,
Yeah.
a snake, yeah, rather
For
that,
real,
yeah.
yeah.
Because a rat taking that shit, he
I
taking
even
that
take
shit
the
out.
poison. I even take the
Ugh.
poisonous snake.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just being bit by a
A
rat.
rat.
Ugh.
Nasty ass.
Rats can eat through metal.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a chunk out your ass, oh man.
Man,
I know,
ass
right?
bone exposed.
Whoa.
I never heard of a snake eating anything through no fucking metal.
Yeah.
So
I know, right?
fuck it, I'll take that one over a rat
Yeah.
any day.
Well, another urban legends that I've heard, and this is for our this is for the hometown of Houston.
Uh-oh.
There are 7 popular myths about numbers. My club personally that I like to visit back then when I was, in my younger days or so forth.
Numbers the club.
Yes.
Okay, numbers the club.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
I thought
there's
you were
one
talking
myth.
numbers.
There,
Okay.
now, you can figure out which one is one truth or any of them that are myths. So, Numbers has never been a roller rink. It has actually been a $1 million city dump. That's what it was labeled when it first opened in 1975. There used to be bowls of ecstasy available for patrons by the door.
That's true.
That was real?
What?
I don't know.
Actually, myth.
Oh,
It
that's
was
a
true
myth.
during the
Sound true.
1970s and 80s,
Might have
but it
been,
really
shit.
wasn't shocking. X or MDA didn't become illegal until 1985 in punishment for sale use when Congress passed it out. A fire did not shut down in Numbers in 1980. If there was a significant fire at the club, They would have been result of poor management, but no, there was no fire whatsoever.
Wait, these are
So what is that?
They're urban. These are popular myths about the urban legends about
of the club.
numbers. The club.
Club
Okay.
numbers.
Number 4. Numbers never had another location. It had always resided in 300 Westheimer, and they always had laser lights and so forth. But they had extended a building in there, you know, to make it larger for space.
Okay, well look, let me ask you this.
Yes.
What movie about urban legends was the scariest?
Oh wow.
What movie?
What movie about an urban legend was the scariest to you?
Good question.
I know what you did last summer.
Yes.
Nah, I'm just joking. I mean, it's just a mystical killer. I don't know. An urban legend movie other than urban legend.
The Color Purple. No, that's a joke.
I know, right? That
Yeah,
was pretty fucking scary.
Roots. You
I
know,
know,
Roots, right?
Yeah. I don't know one. You have one?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with what's that guy? The guy who with the wings and shit.
Oh my gosh! From back in the day,
Yeah.
Ray Don Chung was in it.
The Fly?
Nobody knows
Oh
him?
my
the guy
God!
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we gonna get there. We
Okay,
gonna get there.
okay.
The Fly?
Talking
No.
about
No.
Mothman?
I'm talking about the guy with the Jeepers Creepers.
Oh,
yeah,
Jeepers
Creepers
Creepers.
was pretty
Yeah.
fucking
I
scary.
was thinking
Okay.
about the other day.
That
Well,
was
God
very
damn, that's
scary.
probably
It
the
sure was.
Yeah.
that is probably the
That
most
was really scary.
frightening
Yeah, I know,
fucking
right?
shit
Pretty
ever.
wild.
Yeah,
And then that
that's
little black
some
lady
spooky
kept coming up out of nowhere, saying, "Jeepers
I know,
Creepers."
right?
Right.
I know.
Hey, that was yeah.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Sure
I used to remember singing that song when I was watching those old cartoons. There was always a ghost that was singing that song, Jeepers Creepers, that one. But
Where'd
I
you get
never
those
thought it would
peepers?
be a horror type.
Right.
Did it
right.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
they knew something back then that we didn't know.
Right.
Maybe.
And,
Probably.
Hey, and the movie that Erica was talking about, you guys at home, she said Ray Don Chong. So
Yes.
here's Ray Don Chong. Ray Don Chong ends up meeting this guy.
Yes!
Don't
That's
tell
what
the
I'm
whole
talking about.
fucking movie.
I'm not gonna tell. I'm just
No,
gonna
no, no.
this. It's not. But this. He meets this guy. He's down on his luck. When he meets her, he basically she saves him, but he don't know it. And it's this monster that saves him and tells him, you know, don't never say nothing.
Don't never tell this. Yep.
And
So what's the movie?
I forgot the fucking name.
No,
Was
yeah.
it Tales from a Dark Side or something like that,
Something
right?
like that. But
It wasn't?
but anyway, he she when he meets Radon Chung, he becomes incredibly successful as a painter. He's selling his stuff and it's all great.
Okay.
And then one day they fall in love and he have children from her and everything like that. And then he paints this one painting and it's so awesome because he wants to tell his wife what he saw. And he flips it and she screams and she turns into that thing that he painted. And he looks at his children and his children are little things. They all eat him.
Well, I hope you're going somewhere with this shit.
Yeah, it's a legend. They all eat him, and then you see the children and her on top of in New York on top of the building, and they're the ghouls that you see on top of New York. So the actual legend is
Oh, okay.
the actual
They're the gargoyles.
the gargoyles, right? The actual legend is those things actually move and come out, and it's a whole. That's why Erica was said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, speed it up, dude.
Shit.
That was my shit.
Yeah,
Back in the
it's,
80s.
yeah, it's a very good one. You
It'd
guys
be
check
nice
it out.
if y'all knew the name of the fucking movie.
I thought it was chapter from Tales from the Dark Side
might
from the
have been.
80s.
Maybe.
Wait a minute, I saw that one. Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
It
now.
was-
Okay.
it
Okay.
ended
This
with
is
the
not a
gargoyle
movie
fighting the guy.
podcast,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
Shit. Let's get
I'ma
back
find
on
out.
point. So,
We're gonna find out.
Jay, urban legends.
Okay.
What about them?
That's what we talking about.
Yeah.
Got any more urban legends out there?
I got a good
Anyone?
one.
Yeah.
Before.
Oh,
I got
okay.
one
One
that's
last thing.
actually,
Oh,
Go
hold
ahead.
on,
Two
hold on.
days.
Let- let-
actually partake of. I mean, guys that were probably been in the country or raised in the country, who have family in the country. I don't know if your relatives ever took you out on a snipe
I
hunt
have
at night.
family
Yeah.
in the country.
So
yeah.
you know what a snipe hunt is, right?
A what?
what?
A snipe hunt.
No.
Snipe
A
hunt?
snipe is a made-up animal. Okay, so
Oh.
they'll take you out into the mountains or somewhere out in the middle of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
They tell you to hold this bag, and they'll leave you there.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They say, we're going to go out there, we're going to go get this snipe, and we're going to be and chase it back to you.
Oh,
you know?
wow.
And they tell
Absolutely
you
not.
it's just like wild, crazy ass
So-
animal that's part pig, part
Right.
possum, part this, whatever, you know.
Right.
Wow.
And they just scare the shit out of you, basically.
Like a jackalope.
Like a jackalope, yeah. And so that, you know, so it's kind of an urban legend because, you know, as a kid, you're going, oh, wow, the snipe, and you never tell nobody what it is.
Yeah. Wow.
Because it's kind of like a rite of passage for
That
you.
is crazy.
Right.
So you don't tell your younger brothers or younger ones, hey, you know, because then it's like, oh, well, you're okay now. You're like a man.
Wow.
Right. There's also a urban legend they just made into a movie, and the urban legend comes from the internet, and the movie is called Antlers.
Okay.
Antlers.
Yeah, it's real creepy.
Okay.
So what it is I don't know the actual name of the entity itself, but it's antlers, and outside, you're in the woods. They have antlers, but they're human, and they're mixed with something else, and they eat you. And when they see you, they coming. They're
You know what that remind me of?
who?
That movie, and it's actually an urban legend.
Well,
We spoke about it. The Babadook, what do you call it? Babadook. Didn't you say something about that, Jamesia? What is the Babadook or
I think so.
Babadook?
It was
I
something
think
like
you were
that.
telling me that your grandmother was telling you something about the Babadook, but they had a movie about it.
Yeah.
And it's some type of urban legend that lives in the snow or something.
Yeah,
Talking about the
yeah.
Rougarou?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rougarou.
yeah.
Rougarou. Why am I
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about
The
Babadook?
Babadook. It's like a dance.
I
Do the
know.
Babadook.
Babadook. Do the Babadook.
The Rougarou, yeah.
The
Some 60s
Rougarou.
dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and Cody Warchild was actually talking about
So what does that
the
look like?
Rougarou. It's some creature with horns, like Jay said.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Antlers, antler horns.
Antlers, horns, whatever you want to
Similar
call
to
it.
the
like
goat
hearts.
stag behemoth. Or?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because I remember Cody's friend. She mentioned about that.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guys, right now I was actually looking up this movie Antlers, and it had a release date of 2021.
Okay.
And when I come back, we're gonna take a break, guys. So I want y'all to, cash app us, some change to keep us going, as always. And I definitely want you to email us if you have a story idea, or you'd like to be on the show. Okay.
Yeah, just send that email to urbanparanormal13@gmail.com.
Okay. And I tell you what, I'm gonna have the answer to that antler thing when we come back after this.
Just-in-Time Tax Houston is here to provide our clients with quality, fast tax services. Our tax specialists are available 7 days a week. Due to COVID-19, we will be providing our clients the opportunity to do virtual video meetings. Not only does Just-in-Time Tax Houston provides quality tax services, we also give our clients the opportunity to restore their credit through our new credit resolution program.
Bye, girl. You have a great night.
That was a good answer.
Man, that was a great podcast.
It was a dope show.
Yeah, great. Bye, guys.
Yeah, good time. So what you said?
Yeah, man, I have so much work to do. I have to get caught up.
Okay,
I'm
make
sorry.
sure you remember to lock the door.
I got
Be
you.
careful.
I got you.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, babe.
ASDS Radio with Dave Checkdown. We have on our Congress, 205 Republicans and 2 Democrats asked the Supreme Court to reconsider the unworkableness of those right to abortion in Roe v. Wade 1973 and cases. They have filed a brief in the upcoming abortion case due medical services mercifully. And in today's weather, we're going to have
girl. You have a great night.
That was a good ass.
Man, that was a great podcast.
It was a dope show.
Yeah, great. Bye, guys.
We had a good time. So what you said?
Yeah, man, I have so much work to do. I have to get caught up.
Okay,
I'm
make
sorry.
sure you remember to lock the door.
I got
Be
you.
careful.
I got you.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, then.
Radio with Dave. Check out what we have on our Congress, 205 Republicans, 2 Democrats asked the Supreme Court to reconsider the unworkableness of those right to abortion in Roe v. Wade, 1973 and cases. They have filed a brief in the upcoming abortion case, June Medical Services versus Lee. And in today's weather, we're going to have
Wired.
Yes.
What up? What up?
Hey guys, we're back.
We are back in
And
the
we're
flesh.
talking about urban legends, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't quite have I did tell you guys I was going to find out where antlers come from. It actually comes from a Native American story, and it's called the Elk Man. Told you I was going to have that.
Yay.
So the Elk Man.
I think he did that for himself.
Okay, yeah, because I was really trying to remember. I was stuck on it, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is not. I won't say it's fully an urban legend, but it was what I believed as a child.
But I want to bring up something that when I was doing my research, this motherfucker actually scared me. Momo.
Momo. It scared me too.
Yeah, y'all remember that?
A couple
Momo?
years ago.
Yeah.
I think this started in 2018.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it was this fucking creepy looking, almost like the
Big
Ring,
eye woman.
but with
It was Ring.
Yeah.
bulging eyes, a long beak-like face.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have arms and had feet like a chicken.
Yes.
I was like, oh my god, that's like nightmare material.
I never even
Right.
saw the feet. I saw the head.
Yeah,
I remember the
there's
head would
pictures
pop up.
head.
Yeah.
of the whole body.
Okay.
Momo is terrifying.
It was
Wow.
here to terrorize children,
Yeah.
and it's so crazy because it was like being publicized, but nobody ever experienced it.
Yeah, where would you
No,
see
a lot of
Momo?
people experienced
yeah,
Like,
they did.
But it was like you had to know about it. Like,
Yeah.
Momo, what's that? Let me see what that is. You know?
What it was, it was an actual sculpture. This Momo was actually a sculpture done by, I think, a Japanese artist.
Right.
And somebody took that image and created this whole internet thing called Momo.
Yeah.
But what people would do, I don't know who did it or if it was a group of people, what they would do, they would find kids' videos like Blue's Clues
And just pop it up.
Elmo, and they would edit it
Yeah.
into the middle
Oh, man.
of
Right.
these videos.
That's
And
right. I
tell the
forgot about
kids
that.
what to do.
And Momo
Right.
would pop on and tell the kids to kill their parents,
That's
commit
right.
suicide,
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
do all kind of
That's so
violence and things like that.
Self-harm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
right.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And when I first saw it on the internet going, right? So I have a son, and this is 2000 and I guess, like you said, 18 maybe.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I know about it was because I have a son that's like on the internet. He's like, I don't know how old he was at the time, maybe 5 or 6. He's really on
Love the internet just like all kids.
Yeah. So I'm looking into this shit, and I'm like, is this real?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
are people really doing this? So that's how I end up finding out about it.
Yeah.
And I had to look at that picture, and I said, shit, that'll scare the shit out of me.
No.
And I know damn well my son is not going to listen to that shit.
I know, right? Seemed like that image would scare them.
Yeah,
Instead of,
Instead of putting them in a trance to do what it say,
Yeah.
I can't even get him to do what the fuck I say. You know what I'm saying? So how the fuck this thing gonna do it? You know what I'm saying?
And then supposedly
Right.
there's this thing called the Momo Challenge.
Oh,
yeah,
what-
that was
what's
it. That was it.
That's
Yeah.
what
That was what.
No, this was separate of this. It was part of Momo lore or whatever, but they had like these numbers you could call, and supposedly Momo would answer the phone
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
and tell you what to do. And if you didn't do it, strange shit would start happening to you.
Right.
Happening to
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
you. Yeah,
Well, I hope some strange shit happened to those bitches that started the shit.
I know, right?
I
know.
don't wish harm on nobody, but goddamn bitch.
I mean, well, but think of it. If you thought of that and it started that lore, how happy would you be about yourself right now? You just created something out of your
Well, I would do
head.
something
Why
more
would you be
positive.
happy about that?
I mean, you made a hit.
That's not the
So what?
kind of
That's
hit I
not the
want to
kinda
hit
You
on.
want to hit on?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying that I can.
He's just
you
saying
see-
if he did that,
Well,
he
no,
would be happy.
I'm not
Just the
saying
power,
it.
the power of it is what you're saying.
The power of it, yeah.
Well,
that someone.
we can
But did
transmute
you
that
see the
energy into
smile on his
positive.
face?
Yes,
I know, right?
kind of Momo-ish.
No, yeah, right. I'm just saying that it's more like,
That's a good
a one hit wonder. You created something that caused panic and everything.
But where's
and,
the joy in that?
Well, I mean, did
Just
people,
because it got out, it's viral.
It got out
I
viral.
guess.
That don't
You know,
make it good.
Did people actually kill someone? Is it?
I never heard anything
Yeah,
about
I
it.
think there was one death associated
One.
with this, and it was in Argentina. It was a 12-year-old girl. 12-year-old girl that committed suicide.
Well, goddamn, the 12-year-old girl was understanding English.
You understand English, don't you?
I mean, yeah, I understand English. 'Cause I'm
Okay,
English.
why wouldn't she?
Well, she's in Argentina.
Okay, so.
Okay, I guess. I mean, 12 years old and got sucked in.
And you know this phenomenon actually started in Spanish-speaking countries.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, it started in Spanish-speaking
That
countries.
I do
Oh.
recall.
I didn't know
Yes.
that. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah, do research, you.
Well,
Yes.
yeah. yeah.
check.
Yeah.
You know, one of the
Oh.
oldest urban legends, and kind of the simple urban legend is, in the United States we called it like cow tipping. Like, so if you like ran over,
yeah.
And so it goes back to Roman times. Like any animal that sleeps standing up, basically you could put it to, if you knocked them over while they were sleeping
right
under their side, they wouldn't be able to get back up.
Right.
The trick is you're not going to be able to
knock him over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So you'd have a lot of
I remember that cow
drunk people at
tipping.
night trying to
You'd
get
be a
cows
strong
over.
motherfucker to do that.
To be able to push a cow over, catch him while he's sleeping. He still probably can't go over him.
Okay, so I want to go to this CBS. Jamesia, can you move your head a little bit?
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go. That
people can
motherfucker
see
big.
it.
Right. Okay, so CBS 13. So there was this lady, Pearl Wood. She had an autistic daughter.
Okay.
And her daughter started to speak of things like putting a butter knife in an electric socket.
Oh, wow.
I know. Is that awesome?
Yeah, it is.
No, right? And
yeah, tricking your kinfolk to do it.
and
Awesome.
she would speak of things like committing suicide, and she couldn't figure out where her autistic daughter was getting things like this from. And so she started telling her mom that Momo told her to do it.
Wow.
And she was like, Momo, what the fuck is Momo? You know what I'm saying? And so what she did, she was watching what was it? I think Peppa Pig.
Oh no.
So she turned on Peppa Pig and left the room and stood outside the door, and she heard, "Kill your mom," all this shit.
Whoa.
Yeah. So obviously she had got a hold to one of them videos that somebody edited Momo in, and she was actually able to save her whole family's life because the autistic daughter, Momo told her to turn the gas on in the kitchen, and she did it. And her mom actually caught that shit and was able to turn the gas off after it had been on for like an hour and shit. So she was able to avoid an explosive situation, and this was on CBS 13. Yeah.
Wow.
That's so crazy.
Okay.
Momo told her to blow the shit up.
Okay, well, just just coming off the era of fake news, do you think maybe the media, the news, kind of promotes these urban legends?
I think
I
so.
don't think so.
So you really
Media.
so you really think that a woman saw all of this, or
What do you mean? I mean, she was there telling her story.
I mean, couldn't she be an actor?
I mean,
why
depends
would
which
she
one,
why would she be an actor?
I see what you're saying.
You see,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Absolutely. It's some fake shit out there
right
to promote it, to
entertainment,
bring more
attention to
to
your
bring more
channel,
awareness of Momo. People,
Right.
oh, have y'all heard about Momo? Look what's happened. And then they go and
I don't know.
Momo's more popular.
Yeah.
Well,
because of that.
I could probably see a story catching steam and a lot of different other
That's what the news
networks.
does
They
anyway.
might see a good story and say, hey, we
Yeah.
might need to tail on to that. But I don't see
Yeah,
them trying to
but that's-
promote some shit that's
Well,
fake.
I think that remember when the Phantom Clowns. I think the media got a hold of the Phantom Clowns.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of helped that
Right.
perpetrate and help
Right.
more people get involved in it.
Well, YouTube and Facebook and WhatsApp actually had to remove several of these videos.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Of
Yeah.
Momo?
Yeah, that Momo had been edited into these videos.
Right. No,
So
I 100% believe the
Yeah.
Momo thing.
Yeah.
But
I'm just
speaking
saying, just the fact that it made people do it is kind of the thing that I'm saying
Well, she
about
was
with the news.
autistic.
I mean, being artistic, you can be one of the most brilliant people in the world.
In certain ways, I know a
Right.
few autistic people.
Right. I'm just saying. I just asked the question. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that.
then again, you could be right.
Right.
You
I
know
mean,
what
I'm
I'm
just saying that the
But
media,
I don't see why they would.
people do anything for fame.
And
Possibility.
speaking
Yeah,
of that,
that's
speaking
true.
of what you're saying about the removing Momo,
Mhm.
Yeah.
the media personality Kim Kardashian, the star, posted on her Instagram story saying remove the Momo videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like a real thing. So also in March 2019, a town in the Philippines, they publicly burned an effigy of Momo. So what they were trying to do, they were symbolically taking away the power of fear that Momo had in their village. Because it had such a profound effect in their village.
Right. And
All the kids were scared of that shit.
and didn't you say that the guy who originally created,
Was a Japanese sculptor.
and because of
artist.
all of this bad attention, he
he actually had to end up
destroying
destroying
his painting
the sculpture.
of sculpture.
Yeah.
That's horrible, man.
Which was probably really,
Probably
and
was a
not
good
Momo
thing.
at all. Like, it probably was beautiful.
Well, no, it was actually that actual picture of
Oh.
Momo. That's actually his sculpture.
but it wasn't Momo. It was just a sculpture he
And
made.
I think the name
It
of the
meant something to
sculpture,
him.
the name of the sculpture was the mother bird.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh no, it's not like like that.
Yeah,
That shit's
it is.
horrifying.
It just
You know
because.
what I'm saying?
But
I wish you could pull up a picture of
The mother bird.
of Momo.
I mean,
Oh, I know that's an ugly motherfucker.
right.
I'm talking about, but his sculpture, that's something from him.
From him that he thought
But it's
of
actually Momo. I mean, they are the
But
same.
he didn't
thing.
think that it was gonna
be
do
used for
Well, I
Momo's
mean-
Right.
representation.
I think he was in a horror mind state when he made it, because if you look at it, it's fucking.
But that's your perception of art.
Well, look at
someone
the
else
Roadrunner.
might have thought it was beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, people who that's like good news for people who like bad news.
I don't know,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
People interpret art in different ways.
Exactly.
do.
Or they
But
interpret stories in different
that
ways.
thing, Momo,
It kind
the
of
mother
life of its
bird,
own, though.
will scare the
Just-
fuck out of any child. I don't care what child it is.
But maybe that art wasn't for
For
children.
I don't think so.
But I'm just saying, he didn't
Apparently
mean for
not.
it to go out and to do evil
No,
shit.
I don't think
That's
he
what I
did.
said. Oh,
I
that's
don't
why I
think
said.
he did.
Oh.
But what I'm trying to say is, I don't think he made it as like something to be happy.
So you think there was like somebody in the background saying, "Hey, I'm just going to do this to see if I can get these kids to act nuts," and they put it in there, and then they just sit
That's
back and-
definitely
and
what
they
it
wa-
had
and they,
to
and they
be.
wait for the
Yeah.
headlines to
Yeah.
pop up on the
Yeah, that's
news.
definitely what it had to be.
You know, because
Yeah.
I mean,
had to be
somebody
something.
had to be.
Yeah, because
know,
somebody seen that image
perpetrate
and
it.
was like, "This shit is fucking spooky.
Yeah.
Let me attach this story to it. Let me see if I can influence kids to do bad things."
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what I think it was. So if Momo was a real entity or not, this shit was still dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous.
Very dangerous. It was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, if it could
I
make
mean,
people
if it can
do
influence
it, right,
kids to hurt their parents or hurt themselves,
it's
Mhm.
definitely
Yeah,
dangerous. No, I get
definitely
it. I get it
dangerous.
100%.
Well, in other news, in terms of hell and hurting kids or so forth, there is an urban legend called Seven Gates of Hell. This takes place in the state of Pennsylvania, which may be scenic. It
Wow.
can be in the It could be spooky, and it's a modern tale that centers around a burnt-down asylum in the heavily wooded area of York County. It is fabled that anyone who passes through all seven gates is sent straight to hell. And then there's another one called The 13th Child. Way back in 1737, a woman who lived in the expansive woods of New Jersey is secluded in Pine Barrens, cursed at the birth of her 13th child. Fast forwarding, born a freak of nature, the bat-wing
It
cloven.
sounds like the Jersey Devil.
Yes,
That's what it sounds like to me.
It is
Okay.
the Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is the Jersey
I forgot
Devil.
about that one.
Yeah.
The cloven-hooved creature has been terrorizing the area ever since. The sightings came so much as a widespread that the Philadelphia Zoo posted a $10,000 reward for the capture of the beast.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
People thought that Jersey Devil shit was real.
They do. They
It
do.
created like a panic during that time.
Yeah.
What time was it?
That was what year? What
It was
year?
1737.
It was around the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah, it's
Same time as what?
1735. Sorry,
Jersey Devil.
No, that
1735.
was a
That's
Jersey
what
It
it's
Devil.
is.
talking
Yes.
Oh, I see.
It is
Right.
the Jersey Devil.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what we didn't talk about?
What's that?
Bigfoot.
Well,
It's
a
a
boring
boring.
yeah. We beating
Back and
Bigfoot
forth.
over the head.
Yeah, I am.
we
Oh,
did.
okay.
Yeah.
I
I
mean-
mean, but it is urban.
But it's still
Yes.
urban.
But
Yes.
you know, it almost has this, but
That's
its
one
own
of-
reality though
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
With it.
Right.
It's the same thing like with the Navajo skinwalkers.
Yes.
Right.
Arizona
Same
Navajo
thing, you know,
skinwalkers.
Mm-hmm.
They're a legend, but then they've been used for defense for murder and
Everything.
Yeah.
and stuff. So,
Right.
And then you also have the spider bite urban legend, where
Oh,
a foreign
yeah.
woman, she gets bitten by the spider, and then
Lay the
instead
eggs.
of there you go,
Lays the
laid
eggs,
eggs, it spurts out, eats from insides, mini spider babies
Making me
come
itch.
out.
Making
But
me
but
itch.
that's not a legend though. That actually happens.
No,
No,
it's
I,
urban
you
legend.
can I believe it's a urban legend.
Yeah, it's urban legend. That doesn't happen.
Because
Oh.
medically speaking, you cannot
Mommy
have
was wrong,
any.
Jay.
No,
any
mommy didn't tell me.
incubating-
No, because I saw it. I saw
You
it
did.
on. I saw it on television where this fly basically bit this person, and a fucking thing was growing in the fucking person.
Well, he said
Yeah.
a spider.
I know he
and-
said it's
spider.
spite, but I would still think the same would happen if you have a.
There's a fly. There's flies that could do.
You talking
they plant
about a bot
larvae
fly.
like that in you, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's
That was
a
what it was.
butterfly.
I
The
saw it
movie
on
The
the
Fly.
traveler. I saw it on the Traveler Channel or whatever and shit. And said,
Okay.
"Oh fuck no."
Okay, to medically prove that it can the eggs cannot incubate in your flesh if it was a spider egg. The spider egg requires more dry surfaces, so it cannot have the moisture of the blood to incubate it whatsoever.
Yeah, they
that
don't
would
have the
disprove
ability to inject it into
exactly.
your,
Right.
The fangs cannot be able to inject and then reproduce the eggs because it needs the male sperm serum in there to begin with.
That
so
was
that
Bill
would knock
Nye,
it
the
out.
science guy, live on the Urban Paranormal
Right.
podcast.
So basically, so basically, that was an urban myth. That's
It is totally an urban myth. You got it.
And Jay
Wow.
looked like his heart was broken. Like, no,
Right.
no. I mean, dude, that's the truth.
Yeah, my heart was.
I know I seen it before.
Yeah,
You haven't.
I saw it on the Travel Channel, man.
However-
And it was
It
a
has to be
fly. Yeah, it was a fly.
However, Jay, if you do want facts if you do want facts about the eggs incubating inside, tapeworms are a good example when they infest in your intestines.
Yeah. Or a bot fly.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
that too.
That's what I saw. It was a bot fly.
Yeah, that's nothing like a spider.
Well, shit, it was a fucking.
He was like an insect. They all can do it.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was. No, that's what I was thinking.
Parasites
Yeah, that's what I
can't.
was thinking. Shit.
Think parasites. Parasites have the ability to do that.
Have the ability.
Yeah,
Spiders
fuck
are not.
that.
Spiders are our friends because they can eat parasites.
Okay.
Spiders are your friends.
Well, no,
Yes.
he's
I
right
hate
about that.
spiders.
They can kill shit. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, I know.
They can.
Yeah.
And they can
You know.
bite you too in the middle
Oh,
of your
yes.
fucking head when you used to
Guess-
sell cars.
Guess
Oh, that's
who
my
else
story.
can
Oh,
kill
yeah.
shit? Momo.
Momo.
That's a scary bitch.
That is
I've
that's
been
a
nearby.
scary bitch right there.
I've been near by a tarantula, and they're very scared. They just jump like ninjas backwards.
You've been
and
bitten by a
forward.
tarantula?
No, they just run away
Oh,
from you.
yeah,
They're
they don't
super
bite.
fast.
No. Well, I don't know.
I've seen a
But-
real life tarantula.
Me too.
Here go the thing. Let me go back to this here, Momo, and everything we're saying. The thing about urban legends is that most of us
Think about what?
urban legends
Okay.
is that most of us heard these urban legends when we were children.
Yeah.
And we were so impressionable. So the Momo thing, talking to children who are impressionable, makes that thing really can actually happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, let me ask this. Okay, so like these stories we tell our kids or our parents told us.
Santa, Tooth Fairy,
Yeah, all
Easter
these
Bunny.
urban
Well,
legends.
we didn't even bring those up.
Those
Yeah.
bitches
Yeah.
are those, right.
Exactly.
They
I
started.
I didn't want to
Green.
spoil Christmas for
Those and even the ones
No Christmas.
that was meant to scare.
Yeah.
Do you think that's helping?
No.
Or do you think that's fucking mentally
I
scarring
let my
the
daughter
fucking
know. I said,
kids?
you know, there's no Santa, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I'm like,
Me
I
too.
end up on her going around about to be in third grade and thinking it.
I know,
She's
right?
like, and you know what she said? She said, "Mommy, I know." I said,
Hey, but look, my
proud.
cousin,
Yeah.
I'm gonna blast him right now
"Uh oh."
on the internet. Sonny, if you looking, you know he believed in Santa for a long fucking time.
Like,
good, at least up until 13.
Mm.
That boy believed in Santa Claus for real.
Well,
You know, here's
I used to want to beat him up because he was like, "No, Santa is real." I'm like, bro, you tripping. Santa is
David?
for real.
clearly David
didn't know?
believed in it, huh?
David, how
okay,
long did you
the
believe?
the fictional Santa that we know as the red Coca-Cola Santa
What about the
does
real one?
not exist.
What about the
this
real
is
one?
true. However, the original Santa Claus, I know this
Oh,
is not
My
Saint
this
Nicholas.
is, this is not paranormal. I understand, but I'm just giving the facts here. I'm going to keep it brief. The original Santa Claus was known as Saint Nicholas, and he was in Czechoslovakia. He was donating money to the kids so they would not freeze and they would not grow hungry. He would also, give cold, to the parents so they would not freeze up. But however, he had a opposite guy named Black Saint Peter.
Why you gotta be black, bro?
Okay, this is where I'm shaming these Europeans for stereotyping this character. Honestly.
Okay.
Okay, this guy would take the bad kids and make them work into the shops and make them do labor for this guy if they were behaving bad or misbehaving. That
He didn't
being-
make like underwear come from his sleeve and shit.
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
He was wearing underwear in public though.
Oh wow. Okay.
Polka dot.
Well, that
So wait a
that
minute.
that other character you're talking about in America,
Wow.
they call him Crinkle.
Kris Kringle.
Crinkle.
Wait, they call him Kris Kringle.
Yeah,
but
Kris Kringle.
there is an urban legend based on Christmas. He is known as Krampus. That was
Okay, yeah.
actually
Right.
in Germany.
Yeah,
so
I've seen
basically,
that
if
movie.
you're bad, you basically desecrate, Santa or Jesus, whatever you want to call it. You're not appreciative whatsoever, and you want to beg for gifts. Well, instead of Santa going, "Oh, gee, whatsoever," you invoke the evil, you manifest it. He brings in the goblin type of Christmas people, and he would take you and your family in his bag.
Okay, so David, did you ever believe in Santa?
I believe in Krampus.
There you go.
I go to
wait.
Krampus
I want to know.
parades and scare people.
Krampus
Give them a good beating.
No, how can you be the one and not the other?
So, did you ever believe in Santa?
Of course.
I believe in getting people for what they deserve if they're naughty.
Okay, can
What?
you answer,
That's
can
a
you
different
answer my
show.
question? Have you ever believed in Santa?
Everybody believed in Santa
No, they
at
didn't.
one
No, they
point.
didn't. I
okay?
never did.
No, I
I
never did.
Everybody had
never
at
did?
one point,
Oh,
No.
believing in this beautiful story.
No.
But I will say the Saint Nicholas, the Santa Claus that's referenced from, he did exist. I will not try to destroy
I just
anybody's
asked you one
choice.
simple fucking question.
I know, man. The answer was yes.
Yes.
Okay, Big David, you ever believed in Santa?
I think it was probably about probably about 10 years old.
Holy
10,
shit.
it was about 9 years old.
When you
I
realized?
remember
When you realized?
really realized
Oh, wow.
when I found the presents hidden. When I found the presents hidden in the
present
basement.
hidden.
You
Okay.
know,
Wow.
under the
What about you, Eric?
I did until I saw those gifts in the trunk.
Oh, wow.
It's like my higher self as a child
But you gotta
said,
remember,
"Go to the trunk,"
I grew
and
up
I
in
looked
the
in the trunk.
70s.
I'm like, "Oh,
So a lot different back
yeah,"
then.
and it's 80s, you know.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh," and then I saw my daddy with this big bag. I'm like, "Okay, I knew
What
it."
about you, Jamesia?
I definitely did.
Oh, wow. I guess that's like believing in magic.
Well, I have to say, I have to say this really. See, the difference between you guys and I guess Trent and myself,
yeah.
and probably Mr. The Weatherman, the difference is this here. No black woman in her right mind is going to work hard all that year to buy you gifts to let you think some fat white guy broke in your fucking house and gave that shit to you.
And then, Jay, you forgot this.
Oh God!
I'm just saying.
And then,
I didn't know where we was
Jay,
going with it.
you forgot about this.
Huh?
If they couldn't afford shit that year, then they would have had to make up a story why
Santa didn't
bring
come.
us
Now,
shit.
I got the greatest story.
You know what I'm
Uh-oh.
saying?
So Papa decides, hey, you little brasses got to know. So he go outside because we hear noise. We hear a gunshot.
Right.
He come back in and tell my kinfolk, man, that's fucked up. I thought it was a burglar. It's just
It was Santa.
it was this fat white guy, man, and you see in the snow the little pullings, and you see the little Santa man, but part of him, cousins and shit crying.
Oh man.
And I'm saying,
What
like,
happened?
he said that he shot Santa thinking he was a burglar.
Who did?
Oh, my pops. My
wow.
pops said he shot
my
Santa.
God.
This
my
in Houston?
cousins. No, this wasn't Houston.
Doom.
Right.
Drum roll.
That was actually
Oh, no.
Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah. So
You
he
said
couldn't.
snow.
So on the
We
cool,
didn't get it.
Oh, you don't get it.
I did.
He couldn't afford gifts.
Yeah, I know.
So
I
he
know.
told all those, my little kinfolk that
They knew
know
why they didn't
they
get
didn't
shit.
So
no
wait a
gift.
minute. So is this just
Make an urban legend.
snitch on your dad?
Oh.
No. This
Live on the podcast.
I didn't. I'm just telling.
Just telling the truth.
Little, we were little, and he thought it was, better.
Wow. Okay.
But they didn't.
don't say what state that was in, Jay.
Well, God did.
He said Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
You probably gonna be hearing from cold case files.
no,
Oh boy.
Santa is not. He didn't kill.
He just shot the gun.
It's fake,
Okay.
man. You know how they have them little Santa people outside they put on the lawn and shit? That's what he was dragging, bro.
Oh, you mean like a gnome or something?
Like that, yeah, but he was, but all of us are sitting out at the window, they looking, and you just see him dragging that little thing across the yard. He say, "Fuck."
Oh wow.
I did.
Yeah.
I got
I
it.
didn't get that
Time.
one.
I didn't get
Yeah.
that.
I don't know why I did.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah. I mean,
It was
I'm
pretty
just
clear.
saying that's what they would do. That's what they would do to us if they couldn't afford us a gift.
Oh wow.
They would go through that type of shit. But the thing is that I already knew because, like I said, ain't no black woman gonna let you know, give that credit to somebody else.
Yeah, you need hugs.
Grandpa
That's
shot
right.
Santa over the roof now.
No,
Wow.
I wasn't scarred. It was my
All
kinfolk.
over all Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
You could say there's no such thing as Santa.
So-
but as for me and Grandma, we believe.
Yeah,
He can't wait for Christmas.
yeah.
That was his life
Can't
story,
wait.
y'all.
That was his life exactly.
Me and grandma believe.
Yeah. But when you think about it though, you think about that. I mean, how in the hell did you guys believe that shit? I mean, and think about how
They
creepy.
kept it up.
No, think about how creepy it was. So the malls were open, and your people is taking you to the mall to sit on this guy's fucking
It
lap.
is really fucked up. It is now. I think about
And people are taking pictures as this pedophile.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You sitting on his lap.
That's true. I see it that way now.
Say, bro, I remember with my daughter, I took her to sit on Santa Claus lap one time. I ain't gonna lie. She sat on his lap. He said, oh. I was like, whatever, motherfucker. I was looking at his ass the whole time like, he was like, oh. I was like, yeah, all right, motherfucker.
Man.
Yeah.
It is pretty pedophile-ish.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I mean,
the whole concept of it.
So the idea of it is, to me, weird that
It is.
that anyone would get, no offense, Big Dave, especially because you way bigger than me, but I don't understand how anyone would be 9 years old, 10 years old, and remotely believe. I don't even know how you could be 6 years old and believe.
I know, right?
Probably,
You know what I'm
probably
saying?
stretch it a little bit. It's probably maybe.
Well, 6 is they still
Six.
babies.
No.
kinda.
In the black household, a 6-year-old is a 15-year-old. And let me explain why.
She was 6 or
A 6-year-old can get his ass whooped for everything in the house.
A boy 6?
A boy 6 will get his ass tore apart in that house.
Because a girl 6 is different.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
more
Maybe.
innocent,
So I don't see how this 6-year-old kid, this boy, who probably had to watch his siblings and shit, you know what I'm saying, when the parents go
So he
to
grew
work.
up fast.
Yeah. How would they ever know? How would they wouldn't believe that bullshit. They
I don't know, like you say, shit is different. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
lot different.
It's
yeah.
different
Culturally,
generation.
this
Yeah.
shit different.
Long time
Yeah.
ago.
well,
Yeah.
I don't think people believe in it now though.
And
Like
then,
kids.
I mean,
Not
then
now.
it's
Here.
Too much.
certain shit that you fucking believe, like the fucking spider.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same
Yeah,
shit.
that's your
you
own
know?
Santa.
Hey, well, you know what? You're right because
Yeah.
I believed because my neighbors were such assholes that seriously, if I pissed in my sink, they would be drinking my piss next door.
That's what
Why
you
would
thought.
you piss in the sink, Jay?
Because I believed that the pipes would go over there.
Wait a
But
minute,
why
wait a
you?
minute, wait
So
a
you
minute.
wanted? You intentionally was trying to make them drink your piss?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That is-
Oh my
Right.
God.
So you believe shit all the time. You know what I'm saying?
My goodness.
You believe
You
shit.
are an urban legend.
I know.
Yeah, right.
I know. We gonna call them old evil.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Damn,
Old
that,
evil.
you are evil. How old were you?
I don't know. I probably was like 7, 8.
I wish Big Mama would
Little
have caught
boy.
your ass pissing in the
Oh,
fucking sink.
hold on. Stop that. Let me tell you something. My grandma did catch me.
Oh.
What
She
she
did.
do? Start pissing in the sink too?
No.
Got a switch on your ass.
Back shit. I go and I'm pissing in the sink. Now by this time when I'm pissing in the sink, because now I stay with my grandmother, so I'm older. So I'm probably I'm older. I'm
Okay.
probably whatever. And the reason why I'm pissing in the sink because I'm occupied. So I have to pee bad. So I don't want to run outside and piss.
Oh, hold on, Jay. Wait a minute. So you saying the bathrooms were occupied? So
Right.
this means you pissed in the kitchen sink?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh my
I
God!
sure
Where she
did.
washes the greens.
You know you deserve the death penalty.
I'll tell you. This is
You pissed in the fucking kitchen sink.
fact shit.
Goddamn.
Not only was she washing dishes there, but she was cooking cornbread in the oven.
Oh man.
Bruh, so I go up in there, you know what I'm saying, get the little stool, stand up to piss,
Ooh-wee.
you know what I'm saying, I'm pissing, and I swear I was listening, bro, but I guess my ear went numb, because I said, damn, what the fuck? And my grandma, after that, bro, I don't remember much.
I would still been beating
She
your
yanked your
ass.
ass down.
I know she screamed at me and shit, and that, yeah, she fucked me up.
Even when I thought about it, I would still be on your ass for that.
I
Jay,
sure
you
fucking
pissed in the
did.
kitchen sink. Oh my
I
God.
fucking did.
Oh my God.
I fucking did.
Man, I
man.
got in trouble because I wanted to be a scientist and shit when I was little.
Mm.
I used to experiment on all kind of shit.
Yeah.
My mom caught me. I was sprinkling ashes and different shit into the ice cubes
Oh,
I wanted
no.
to see how it looked when it froze. She thought I was trying to poison their ass. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, I just got a slap out of nowhere. Pow! I'm like, I want to be a scientist, Mom.
Yeah.
You killing my dream,
I
mama.
know,
You
right?
killing my dream.
Wow.
I know, right? But you pissed in the sink. That
That's
takes.
nasty.
Now,
Wow.
so you guys at home, I say that and saying the things that we're saying right now to show you that when you're a child, you believe certain things, and you can be manipulated into believing, hey, Santa's real, which is an urban legend, and you could believe that Momo is real. You know, you could believe all of these things, even though when you get older, you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Well, you know, some of them urban legends we're talking about as kids growing up, you know, with Santa Claus,
Tooth Fairy.
the Tooth Fairy. I mean, they were just, hey, for you to be good for your parents. The parents used those to control you, make you feel good. And if you were bad, hey, there's a boogie monster under the bed.
Yes.
All of them. Ain't that some shit?
I'm gonna open the door up tonight in the closet, and the boogie monster's gonna come out.
Right? Yes, that's a fact. You know, but you said that. My cousin, I horrified him because I said, "Listen, homie, he running around. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday. So he running around. He's so happy that everybody coming over and they gonna do an Easter egg hunt. And he was happy as hell. And I said, hold on, dog. Stop. Think about this for a second.
Killing his dream.
I know,
what the fuck, Bunny, lay eggs.
I know, right?
And paint them.
You like, fuck that. Let's go piss in the sink.
Well, there was the movie called Hawk where it had the hair that laid eggs.
Wow.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah, but I told him about the shit, and after that fool there hated bunnies, hated eggs.
Never want to see a boiled egg.
Yeah.
Right.
Bad as hell. Yeah.
Thing.
Wow.
You know,
I'm ashamed of him. I like Easter more than Christmas. Wow.
Well, I'm
you
just
can
saying.
always boil some eggs any day.
I know,
Yeah, but I just ruined his dream because he was so happy. He was all dressed up in his little suit and shit. Yeah, he out there running around and shit with other kids. I'm like, hold on, stop.
How much older were you than him?
Derek is older.
You wrong.
Yeah.
You cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah, I might have been 4 years older.
So
than
much
that.
Speedy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Killing dreams.
So you guys, that's how life is.
Dreams are killed in life.
Yes.
And
That's
so are
it.
people. And
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I can't wait till we start talking about killing people again. But you guys, this was our great show. We just wanted to talk about urban legends and how people can believe in them, how people can start them. You know, where did they start from? You know, these things are fascinating to us. And I hope it was fascinating to you too.
Yep.
You know, so I am your host, JH.
And I'm your moderator, Trent A. Johnson.
Okay. And we're going to see you next week with our whole crew here. You know what I'm saying? And catch our next show. And we out like last year.
Peace.
Bye, girl. You have a great night.
That was a good ass.
Man, that was a great podcast.
It was a dope show.
Yeah, great. Bye, guys.
Yeah, good time. So what you said?
Yeah, man, I have so much work to do.